What if I told you that if you are a Facebook Marketplace seller, Facebook just recently changed their fee structure and you weren't even aware that they did this? That's right. Facebook doubled their fees in a very significant area of their platform and they didn't even think to notify you. Well, thankfully, this video is your notification. The notification that Facebook should have told you. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what has changed, what fees were affected, and then compare it to other platforms to see if Facebook Marketplace is even still worth it. First off, to explain what changed, I need to explain what used to be. Facebook Marketplace fees are structured in a very easy to understand way. Should you choose to do a local pickup on Facebook Marketplace, so this is where you would meet somebody in person, whether this is at a gas station, one of the 50 subways in the area, or just someone that picks up an item at your house, there are no fees associated with doing this. Now, this is great and always has been. If you are a willing individual who is comfortable meeting up with somebody in person, Facebook Marketplace could be a great tool for someone like this because everybody has Facebook. If somebody local in your area is looking for whatever it is that you have to sell, well, chances are there's somebody close by that's willing to take a look. To this day, I have sold everything I've ever placed on Facebook Marketplace, and usually, overall, I would say I've had a pretty good experience. Thankfully, there are still no fees associated with this, and there will continue to be no fees associated with this. So this method of selling items on Facebook Marketplace is not changing, which is great, and I'm pretty sure you are also very happy to hear that. That's not to say it won't ever change in the future. I mean, it always could, but for now, it does remain the same. However, this is not the case for when you choose to ship an item on Facebook Marketplace. Let's take a closer look at this. Another great feature that Facebook Marketplace has is the option to enable shipping. So what is the benefit of this? Well, almost sometimes what isn't the benefit of this? The benefit is huge. With the simple flip of a switch, your community of people that is interested in your product goes from local cities to all over the entire United States. As soon as you enable shipping as an option in your listing, people from all over the country can see it. If you're looking for true exposure because maybe you're selling a more unique product, enabling shipping might be the only way that you're able to get this sold. Facebook realizes this. They know that they have you hooked, and this is where they have changed their fees. There have always been fees associated with shipping on Facebook Marketplace because they are giving you a service after all. But before, I thought the fees were pretty reasonable. But these fees have recently changed, and you're probably wondering, are they still reasonable? So let's discuss that. Before the change, when you shipped an item on Facebook Marketplace, the fees were 5% of the shipment or 40 cents for shipments of $8 or less. I always thought this price was honestly pretty fair. Sure, the fee existed, however, the price was fair for the service that Facebook is providing you. This fee has since doubled. That's right. Now this fee is a substantial 10% of the shipment or 80 cents for shipments that are $8 or less. So, I mean, really, what does this mean for you? For buyers, this could mean higher prices as sellers adjust their prices to maintain profitability. You might notice that the cost of items on Facebook Marketplace kind of slowly creeps up. Additionally, some sellers might choose to just leave the platform altogether, which could reduce the variety of items that are available. So let's say that you sell an item for $100. Well, under the old fee structure, you paid $5 in fees. Now you'll be paying $10. Okay, it might not seem like a lot, but that extra $5 might be a lot for higher volume sellers. If you look at people that do this all the time, that really does add up pretty quickly. And to be honest, I really don't see a scenario where this wouldn't just drive up the prices of items on Facebook Marketplace, because you could think of it like this. What if you had a goal of getting $100 for an item? Could you list that item at $100 on Facebook and then just call it good? Like, that's what you're gonna get? Well, no, because Facebook now takes 10% of that sale. So if you wanted to get $100 in your pocket at the end of the day, well, you need to list the item as $111.11, since 10% of $111.11 is just $11.11, meaning that there would be $100 left over for the seller. Yeah, right? Gotta love math. And then get this, okay? So does the buyer buyer just need to pay $111? Well, no, not at all actually, since you need to list the item higher. This also means higher taxes and then additional fees for the buyer, with an average sales tax in my state of Wisconsin, which is 5.5%, and the average shipping rate is going at about $10. Now, this means that that $100 price that the seller is looking to get is going to cost the buyer an extra $27.37 for a grand total of $127.37 for that $100 payout. So really, I mean, it's pretty easy to see how things can add up very quickly when the seller is looking to get a set price for something. With taxes, with shipping, and with Facebook fees, everybody wants to get a little piece of the pie when it comes to a sale. And this is a huge difference compared to if somebody just comes to your house and gives you $100 for that item you're selling through Facebook. There's no way that the government or even Facebook really doesn't know about that type of sale. So this would save the buyer tax and eliminate the cost of shipping and those fees altogether. But then you have to evaluate, well, is the trade-off worth it? Would I have been able to sell my item at all if I was not using the shipping option on Facebook? Well, maybe, but who knows for sure? I mean, Facebook's platform is huge, like absolutely massive. I know I personally have sold some things that I would have not been able to sell if I tried using another platform like Etsy or eBay, for example. So let's look at those platforms quickly to see how those fees compare to Facebook's. You know Facebook Marketplace, but as a reminder, recently Facebook increased its selling fee to 10% per transaction. The good news, well, with Facebook still, there are no listing fees or additional costs typically involved with anything. It's straightforward, it's 10% of your sale price, it's very easy to understand, and I think most people would still probably be willing to pay for that service that's provided to them. As another example of a listing platform, we have Etsy, which is a popular platform for like handmade vintage items. I'm sure many people have heard of it. Well, Etsy charges a 6.5% transaction fee on the total sale price, which includes like shipping and gift wrapping. Additionally, there's a 20-cent listing fee per item, which renews every 4 months or so until the item sells. So, and then you can't forget the payment processing fee, which in the US, that's 3% plus 25 cents per transaction. And then finally, let's talk about eBay. So eBay charges a final value fee, which is typically about 12.9% of the total sales amount, and that includes shipping plus a fixed fee of 30 cents per order. eBay offers free listings for up to about 250 items or so per month, but then after that it's then 35 cents per listing, and then additional fees may apply for listing upgrades or promotional listings, but this is the same for other platforms as well. So let's put this all together in a comparison chart to make it easier to see the differences. So what does this mean for you as a seller? Well, Facebook Marketplace offers simplicity with a straightforward 10% fee and no listing costs at all, making it honestly pretty easy to calculate your earnings. Etsy's fees can kind of add up with the combination of the transaction, the listing, and then the payment processing fees, but it's a great platform for kind of more niche markets like handmade and sort of vintage goods. And then eBay's final value fee is higher, but it comes with a benefit of a large marketplace and free listings up to a certain point. So choosing the right platform depends on how much you sell, the type of items that you're selling, and then how that fits into kind of your overall business model. And what exactly you're trying to sell definitely plays a big role in all of that. So if you're selling high value, kind of low margin items, Facebook Simplicity might be the best, but for unique handmade goods, well then Etsy could be your go-to. And if you just want to reach a wide reaching audience, well, eBay might be worth the higher fees. There are definitely lots of options to consider, and no option is perfect. So let's just kind of wrap it all up. In short, does it suck that Facebook Marketplace doubled their fee structure? I mean, absolutely. It definitely sucks a lot. In reselling items at times, like how you're reselling your used goods on Facebook, margins can already be pretty thin and you're trying to make up as much difference as possible. With an increased fee, it's honestly just very difficult to make up the difference. And I believe that because of that, sellers are going to increase the cost of their items so they can still get the same payout that they have been getting for many years now. Is this going to stop me personally from using Facebook Marketplace? I mean, No, absolutely not. While looking at it as a whole, I mean, really, what other choice do people have? Everybody has a Facebook account. The market is huge. And if you truly want something sold, gone, shipped, you want it sold fast, you're going to continue using the same service even though they just doubled their fees to do so. When I looked at the fee structure of its competitors, Facebook still honestly has the most reasonable and easy to understand fees out of any platform. So as long as they keep it that way and never start charging for the option of meeting somebody in person, I believe that there will still be a market on Facebook Marketplace for many, many years to come yet. Albeit, I'm one that uses Facebook almost exclusively for just selling things, but I really don't see that changing anytime soon. Funny enough, I just had somebody pick up an elliptical that I was trying to sell yesterday. They were interested in it. They messaged me a couple times, just asked me a few questions. They came to my house, they picked it up in their truck, and it was gone. I had the cash in my hand, and it was honestly just a very simple process. I mean, what other platform can offer a service like that? I would argue it is the only one that can truly reach the widest audience. And it turns out I actually use this service and I do like it. So I don't just talk about it on the internet for fun. But anyway, this has been Riley with the Riley Reformed channel. And what are you still doing watching this video? Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel so you can continue to help me grow and keep you informed on all the Facebook Marketplace changes that come in the future. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope your day is as pleasant as you are.